Hi, in this video, we will be presenting the various tools which are used for email footprinting. Before we proceed to the tools which we will use, we need to know what is email footprinting. Email footprinting is a tracking method that helps us to monitor as well as track the emails of a particular user. Tracking is possible through digitally stamped records. This helps the hacker to perform social engineering and to map the target organization's network. What is the information that is gathered from email footprinting? The type of information which we can get is physical location of an individual, time and date the email was received, read duration, that is the time spent by the recipient on reading the email, proxy detection, service provider from which the mail was sent, check whether the links which were sent through the email have been checked or not, type of the operating system, and email forwarded or not. First, we need to know what are the various fields that a header contains. For example, the first field is delivered to. This is the email address of the recipient. Received by. This is the header defined in the standard. The IP address of the sender is also given. After that, we have X received. X received is a non-standard header which is added by some user agents or mail transfer agents like Google Mail or SMTP server. Return path. This is the address from which message was sent. Received, which is specified after the return path. This is the date and time received by the originator's email server. So we can see that the time in this received field is different from the time which we saw in the second field. After that, we have received SPF. SPF stands for Sender Policy Framework. It detects email spoofing and it is used to check whether incoming mail is from an authorized host or not. After that, we have the authentication results. These authentication results include this is the authentication system used by the sender's mail server. We can see that RSA algorithm has been used and the DKIM signature is also given. The DKIM stands for Domain Keys Identified Mail, and in this we can see that mx.google.com is the sender's mail server. After that, we have this is the domain name of the website from which the email was sent. To is to the recipient. From is the sender's full name. After that, date is the which is after the subject, date and time the message has been sent. And then we have MIME version. This is multi-purpose internet mail extensions. This is the internet standard that extends the format of email. After that, we have the content type. The content type is the format of message like HTML or plain text. Content transfer and encoding. Then we have the sender's address, and then we have X sender. After that, we have message ID. Message ID is the unique number which is assigned by mx.google.com to identify the message. So basically, these are all the important fields of the email header which we need to keep in mind, and these contain a lot of information about where the email was sent from, what the information is inside the email. So using using the email header, we will use the tools. The tools which we are using in this video are, first is Email Tracker Pro, second is Email Lookup, and the third one is Read Notify. Now we'll be looking at the tool Email Tracker Pro. I have downloaded this tool. This tool basically works by collecting the information from the email headers. When we open this tool, the first window which we get is to select the edition. We choose the default option which is selected, that is the advanced edition. After that, we have to go to file and then we have to click trace headers. Before this, we have to copy the header of the email which we want to track. This is an email which I have received in my inbox. So in order to copy the header of this email, I will go to the more options of this email and I will press show original. This is the email header. So I copy the header starting from the starting till the content type of the email, that is before the body of the email starts. After that, I open up Email Tracker Pro. and I go to trace headers. So the header which I copied has already been pasted here, and then I click on trace. So in order to see the status of the trace, I click on my trace reports. So we can see that the trace has started. As we can see, we get the different hop IP addresses, and the trace is still in process. So basically it tells us from which routers did the information pass on to. So the trace has been completed. It gives us the table which gives us the hop IP address, hop name and the location. On the right hand side we can see the email summary. This is the summary which we get, that is from where the email was sent, to what address was it sent, and all the other system information. In order to view the whole report of this trace, we click on view report. In this view report we get the IP address of the email. The location is Australia, as we can see, and after that we even have the domain contact information, and we have all the in-depth information that is required of this email, and we also get a map of this email. If we want to see that what the route of the email was, this is the hop table. The further owner details, that is what is the network owner information, what is the domain owner information, everything is given. The registrar, the registrant, the registry name, everything is specified in this report. So from this report we can get to know that from where the email was received, and we can track the emails using this tool.
Use the email lookup tool. First of all, we will open the mail. Then we have to copy the header of the mail. From here, we will select show original. Then we will copy the header of the mail. Then we will open the email lookup tool. Here is the link of the tool. We'll scroll down and then paste the header of the mail here. Then we will select track email option. It will show us all the information about the email, like IP address, country, continent, address, city location, IP address, region, latitude, longitude, organization. It will also show us the map, and then it will show us all this information. These all terms have already been explained in the Email Tracker Pro tool. So this is the information that we get from the email lookup tool. I'm going to explain you tool which is online tool named as Read Notify. For this I have to go to any browser, like this is the display of the online tool which is Read Notify. If you are already signed in, just sign in, or if you are new to this, please sign up. So as I am already existing, so I am signing in. If you want to use this online tool, like I have to send an email to japman.thaliwal1, you just have to add first write the email address of the person which you want to send, and after that you have to add the .readify.com, readnotify.com at the end of the email address. Like I am putting the address, what is your progress, then sending, and we have to refresh our the page of a tool, as it is showing the subject of the sent email. This mark shows that the email has not been opened yet. It shows the record that opened at this has not been opened yet. So it will give the whole record when once the email gets opened. So we can refresh it again. Like now this tick shows that the email has been opened by the receiver, and it shows the time at which time the email has been opened. Like this page tells you about the email tracking history, that it shows the sender, receiver and the subject, and sent on the time and the time zone which you have selected. This shows you the receiver has opened it at the receiver has opened it at first. The first time it tells you about the first time the receiver has opened. Like it tells you about the after what time the receiver has opened. Like if you have sent the email, it tells you about the location of the email, at which address it has been opened by the receiver, and on which device it has been opened, and which like server it has been opened. It tells you, now it tells you whole summary of the email tracking. So this is the total opened one time by one reader. It tells you that it has been opened once by only one reader. So this is a online tool in which you can track the sent emails, that your sent email has been opened, reopened or forwarded by the receiver or not. It gives you complete record of the sent email which you have sent to anyone.